mad, it's a family ting, straight family ting. Dumb man, I broke no salary ting. Had a young ting called Amy telling me to come round hers on a Valerie ting. Hashtag Murky Academy ting. You were like art and the gallery ting. Dumb boy there wanna chat about bars, wanna chat about. You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Them boy there try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? Look, I'm too hot. I got money in my shoebox. I'm the man of the house when my show sold out like the brother from the Boondocks. For this, I don't care, bro, I'm down. Man stress, so I'm bound to like my slips. Wait, I'm bound to ride for flips. Real G's gonna ride around to this. Man, I got no time to write at this. I never left my 9 to 5 for this waste man thing. I don't care what rave man's in. I came here to relax, but if it gets mad, make a young boy take man's things. Try to tell me I'm way too big to rebel. Nah, man, you're never too big to rebel. I was in the O2 singing my lungs out rude, but you're never too big for Adele. Leave my yard, blow a kiss to my girl. Salute to my sister as well. Gotta keep trophies down at my mum's bit. Man, I'm getting way too big for my shelf. Man, I see bare MCs on the sideline, but I still got a couple bangs in the pipeline. Man, I got grown men at me. You're getting way too old for the timeline. You're getting way too old for this. Should've looked after your kids. Get out the booth, go home to your son. It's never too late to commit. It's like man love, put my name in a random flat, get a plane to Qatar. This year I learned how to take care of business. Next year I'll learn how to play the guitar. You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Them boy there try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? Look, you're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up the you. Man, know that I kick up the you. Them boy there try to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth?
Of his broken hymn saying, "I'm not, this is who I am." I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets all I need. We're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Keep running, keep running, keep feel the flame. Hold on, I can make it rain. Oh, do you hear the thunder? No, don't let it bring you down. Look up and see the light. You're not alone, don't give up like that. Oh yeah, got a ways to go. Break that wall, let the spirit flow. I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets all I need. We're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Keep running.
all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even in mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm in the bank and I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. Smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectre deck. Yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got lots on my list and you next. Take it how you want it, I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn off. Pop up, go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long, I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't let me take a ticket, there's a long line. Nice to meet me, I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost, what you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I'm just a so what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, what you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think, compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. You tell the that I'm in the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it, I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty, if she talking, I ain't. And she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top 4 for bridge. My black boys like boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Listen, I don't trust her, so, no, I said, what you mean? Whoa, I said, what you mean? You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I went fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and Ayatollahs. Rap gods like Cyclops and Ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think Rome still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, some baddest bag gon' get it. What you mean?
DNA. I was born like this, immaculate conception. I transform like this, perform like this with new weapon. I don't contemplate, I meditate. Then off your head. This that put the kids to bed. This that I got realness. I just killed this 'cause it's in my DNA. I got millions, I got riches building in my DNA. I got dark, I got evil that rot inside my DNA. I got off, I got trouble, some heart inside my DNA. I just win again, then win again like Wimbledon I serve. Yeah, that's him again. The sound the engine in is like a bird. You see fireworks and Corvette tires skirt the boulevard. I know how you work, I know just who you are. See, use a. Your hormones probably switching. inside your DNA. Problem is, all that inside your DNA. Daddy probably snitch, heritage inside your DNA. Backbone don't exist, born on side a jellyfish I gauge. See my pedigree, most definitely don't tolerate the front. Like been through probably offend you, this is Paula's oldest son. I know conviction, burners, boosters, ballers, dead, redemption scholars, fathers, kids and on sale motel, we didn't have nowhere to stay. At 29, I've done so well, hit cartwheel in my estate. And I'm gon' shine like I'm supposed to, antisocial extrovert. And excellent meaning extra work. And absentness, you hurt. And passiveness never struck my nerve. And that's a riff gonna be this case. The reason my power's here on earth. Salute the truth from the prophecy. I got loyalty, got royalty inside
This is
my
why
DNA.
I say that hip-hop has done more damage to young African Americans in recent years.
I live about my DNA. This is my heritage, all I'm inheriting. Money and power, the maker emeritus. Tell me something, you can't tell me nothing. I'd rather than to listen to you. My DNA not for imitation. Your DNA an abomination. This how this when you in the matrix, dodging bullets, reaping what you're sowing, stacking up the footage, living on the go and sleeping in the villa, sipping from a Grammy, walking in the building, diamond in the ceiling, marble on the floors, beaches out the window, peeking out the window, baby in the pool, Godfather goes, only Lord knows. I've been going hammer, dodging paparazzi through the cameras, eating 4 daughters, Brock wearing sandals, yoga on a Monday, stretching to November, watching all the snakes, curving all the fakes, phone never own, I don't conversate, I don't compromise, I just penetrate. Money, these are the breaks, these are the times. Level number 9, look up in the sky. Tennis on the way, sinners on the way, on the way. I got winners on the way. You ain't without a on your belt. You ain't without a ticket on your plate. You ain't sick enough to pull it on yourself. You ain't rich enough to hit the ladder skate. Tell me when destruction gonna be my fate. Gonna be a fate, gonna be our fate. Peace to the world, let it rotate. Money, our DNA.
Know your place, yeah, know your place, yeah. I got like right now, I'm impatient. I got women on the cell trying to give me. I still wish it would, I still wish them well, yeah. Put my problems in them. Only check up when the checks come. My pockets looking blessed up. All the talking never stressed us. They talking.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Broncos are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Steelers, who will need to solve that secondary.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Bell. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll go again with Bell. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll send a big tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
To Decker over the middle. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A gain of 32 that time.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Drops it underneath for Collins. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First down, it's Lynch. Runs over him. He goes underneath for Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Lynch bulldozes past him, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now Lynch on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Now Lynch to throw. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Here we go now with Olawale. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 3rd down, Lynch. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out left side here to Bryant. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zones, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Partner, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Second down, here's Lynch toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Lynch finding Thomas there for the Bronco first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Joey Bosa able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Second down, Lynch. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, here's Lynch on first down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Detroit! Back there, here we go. 319!
Now Thomas will come in motion right.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Here we go.
Now it's Lynch. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Decker, left side. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, In fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. In motion right is Thomas. Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Crabtree with it over the middle. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And able to find Decker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Decker was the intended receiver. 3rd down here. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep now for Decker. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. On first down, it's Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Watch number 12. Watch number 12. Here we go. Single, single. Single, single. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Detroit. Detroit. Go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Looking to throw on second down. Lynch. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. I think their fans are saying, hey, where's that Roethlisberger to Brown connection been in this one?
First time they get together is in the second half. I don't think any of us would have predicted that going in because we know how valuable that is to their offense. And that could be a big reason why they're not winning right now. Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter. So time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead.
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Joey Bosa in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Broncos on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good pickup there of 22. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Lynch. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And it's up and good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football?
And now here is another interception. Picked up on a former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Right side, there's Decker. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Roethlisberger. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd down and 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in the game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
amateur
done that, right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Now it's Lynch. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Broncos on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And the back goes into motion.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Lynch. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen. And he's got some space here. The 30, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Returning it, Carlos Henderson. Oh, what a move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Lynch is going to throw it. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, here's Lynch. A right side catch by Crabtree. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lynch. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Final score now on our NFL scoreboard. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Shift together here from the D-line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Handoff comes to Anderson. Broken tackle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and it happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time.
I got 87.
Come on. For real. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. That's how you hit. That's how you hit. That's right.
I done came up, busting down the whole broke, step back. Want your people swag. You ain't even gotta ask. What are those? What is that? Please don't touch my rap. Please don't touch my rap. I'm racked up like rappers. I'm wrapped up on camera. Get out on camera. Squeeze like asthma. It's rare wrath when I wear wrath. Bear wrath when I wear wrath. Might invest into some rap shit. Lord, still shit rap. And I'm dripping on rags. Rick gon' be the tag. Do the digital dash. Yeah, I'm boasting, never brag. Please don't touch my rap. Or the Chris Finn Nash. Alessandra Gucci glasses. The W Anderson collab. Yeah, you pop it like it. Yeah, you drop it on the. I'ma buy another. Cause always bring it back. Yeah, you know how to make it last. Plus and keeping tabs. I'ma fly first class. Quavo hit him with it. Please don't touch my rap.
Don't step on my Russ Simmons. Don't step on my Russ Simmons. Don't step on my Russ Simmons. Do you know how much I'm spending? My closet, it worth about $1 million. To the little up the runway. In the kitchen. Ralph Simmons. All kind of crazy colors. Living color. Left wrist. Roll it, ice. Mason Margiela, my sweater. Mama told me never settle. Ralph Simmons, don't lace him. Got you wanna.
Huh? What? Don't wanna talk about the papers. I swear to God, these be haters. They be hating, I feel out of. Living corner sack, don't get along. Ooh, right with my neighbors. Diamonds on my neck and rolling on. Now a later got undefeated flavors. I'm with my lifesaver. Ooh, feel like Darth Vader. I'm a boss, you know I might riff it. Ooh, right in my basement. Yeah. But you know that I'm gon' face it. Wait, that's the reason that they mad. Color Uzi, yeah, he made it. Yeah, I wear that rapper, I made it. Yeah, I wear that rapper, I made it. Yeah, got that rap all in my basement. Yeah. Once I got patience. Yeah. I'm famous. Yeah, put my side Mark Jacob. Hey, making a place with my label. I get it, I count it. 100 on my table.
Sterling silver laser. That's rubies red, my skin too black to blush, too red to tint. Not pages. This ain't on the wizard up. Pockets full of mint leaves. It's smelling like it brushed teeth. Say cheese, see the porcelain. Water, see backwoods. Raft dragging on the floor. In it. I'm torching the road in these Gucci flames. Stuck to the pavement, they glued. I'm 2.5 million in the venue and 2,500 a tube. I'm cold like I'm sick with the flu. I cover my face and I'm spring summer 2002. Yeah, please don't touch my ride. In the grass, Teddy, with the Teddy. Quick with the hands ready. Please don't touch my ride. Shirt off, I'm Cam, ready. Dead stock in memory. Please don't pop my tie.
Young Gerald. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me. That's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. At Coachella, what's her name? Isabella. Forget it. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna? Yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies man. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna? Yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less.
Sheesh. What you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh. I swear this lock y'all got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh. Get it. My favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet. Who got some grapes? I'm tryna. I'm all bold for these. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna? Yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got. You ain't no. Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't got. You ain't no. Say less.
Y'all been since my early days. I've been stuck in my worldly ways. Propaganda, press, spreading the camera. Please don't look at me in my face. Everybody might see my pain. Off the rail, might myself. Bored with life as aboard this plane. Steward this sex if I need help. Maybe what's your last name? Hopefully it still ain't been changed. Something about you make me not doubt you. I will silence my brain, scream louder. Asking when I'm gon' myself. Couple problems, my cash ain't help. Human issues too strong for tissue. False provider, war man's my wealth. Move your body if you came here to party. If not, then pardon me. How I'm supposed to have a good time with death instructions. All I see, out the sight, I'm out of my mind. The sound of sunshine is calling me. The vibrations is all I need. All I need. Party people, yeah. Party people, I like to see you dance. Party people, yeah. Party people, I like to see you dance. Party people, move. Party people, I like to see you groove. This is how we do. This is how we do. Deja vu from a bayside view. I see black cats in the daytime too. I see black cats on the daytime news. When handcuffed, wrist and his skin turned blue. I met God once at the rendezvous and felt starstruck.
Vince, the car's out front.
Got things to do, got to make my moves. I can't miss my flight and miss you too, boo. First class seats is overrated. Won't go go, let's stay overpayers. Nowadays I'm overdating my street for stay well acquainted. Their morning is calling me. Good vibrations is all I need. All I need. All I need. Move your body if you came here to party. If not, then pardon me. How I'm supposed to have a good time with death and destruction's all I see. Out the sight, I'm out in my mind. The sound of sunshine is calling me. Good vibrations is all I need. All I need. All I need. Party people, yeah. Party people, I like to see you dance. Party people, yeah. Party people, I like to see you dance. Party people, move. Party people, I like to see you groove. This is how we do. This is how we do.
Rather you than me. If you've been with me from Port of Miami, it's been a journey. Ain't nothing changed. A little stronger, a little wiser. Maybe a little more. Blame it on America. I'm pulling off the lot, I bought the cash. Her future bright, don't give nobody bad. Be looking good inside the but I noticed that she missing all the edges. I run the game just by running with the poor attitude, they got rich calisthenics. Walking in the courtroom, sipping on the beverage. I know the judge, so I got a lot of leverage. This a fetish. Fully loaded on the 7. Your dog get a dime, you never wrote a letter. Still in the box, got him rapping acapella. Kim Treasure, people with the weapon. I got it, boy, don't make me be the devil. He knocking on the door and know the password. Gave me his blessings while I'm hotter than the last verse.
Dead president, dead president. Dead president, hit them dead presidents.
Let's go, all my little militant. Let's go, I'm innocent.
Dead president, hit them dead presidents. Dead president, hit them dead presidents.
Fast. Let's go, I'm innocent.
I got that like Tommy Lee. I make money. On my third page, in them. I got at the airport. I got bowling green dollars on my dollars. Busting down 100 in the bathtub. Get some house shoes. I got money. I got wild wounds. Get the clutching on that. Ain't no dance moves. I was posted on the stoop, hanging with my Haitians. On the news, on front pages. Ain't no relations. I was stacking being friends and bossing. 2 times in a row, that's a repeat. You end up, cause they easy. I'm in the breezy. She love me like she need me. I got my Maybach flooded out with extra TVs. I make her every single day. I judge a vulture when I flip the Paddock face. Dead president, dead president. Dead president, hit them dead presidents.
Let's go, all my little militant. Let's go, I'm innocent.
Dead president, hit them dead presidents. Dead president, hit them dead presidents.
Fast. Let's go, I'm innocent.
Hands on me, got the yellow brace. Check off in my pocket like the yellow paper. Was what I was asking. Low facility, I keep it classy. Build an empire, yeah, that was my state of mind. Yeah, that was my state of mind. Keep the blocks over there, we call it Lego Land. Meanwhile, it's like it's Amsterdam. Boy fresh, you know who got the trophy. 16 when I bought my first rollie. Legend in my hood, just like a never ride in the extra car. Dead presidents, dead presidents. Dead presidents, dead presidents. Let's go, all my little militant. Let's go, I'm innocent. Dead presidents, dead presidents. Dead presidents, dead presidents. Let's go, I'm innocent.
I look up, so many.
Oh my God.
So many. I done made sacrifices. So many sacrifices.
Straight up.
I done gave up so much free time, knowing time ain't free. I sacrificed it. My girl showed me love, she know I make sacrifices. And if it's real love, then you make sacrifices. To get ahead, man, you gotta make sacrifices. That's how hungry my appetite is. Yeah. What you telling me? I sense the jealousy, I got telepathy, I got the recipe, I got the streets and I don't got no felony. Forward thinking, yeah, my mind is ahead of me. Mama said it's gonna be whatever you let it be. It's some homies I grew up with that's dead to me. It's some that I just met in debt to me. What's in common is they both pay respect to me. I get in my way from Friday to Friday. My girl is a mix of Aaliyah and Sade. I came a long way from that Marvin and I pull out the driveway like I'm in a car chase speeding. And if my she know I'm leaving. No text, no call, but at airplane mode. Code, no P code, no time to change clothes. Same clothes, love if you're living by the same code. G code, leave. You do that to me, back to my destiny. Penthouse, bird's eye view, that's a nest for me. I got myself out of debt, so when you see me, know you somebody I'll never need. Sacrifices. So many sacrifices.
Straight up.
I done gave up so much free time, knowing time ain't free. I sacrificed it. My girl showed me love, she know I make sacrifices. And if it's real love, then you make sacrifices. To get ahead, man, you gotta make sacrifices. That's how hungry my appetite is. Yeah. I cut the drama out my energy. Focus on it, inner me, never on it, enemy. And I done sacrificed my own time. I done sacrificed my own mind. I done sacrificed the club life. I done sacrificed my love life. But I cut the drama out my energy. Focus on it, inner me, never on it, enemy. And I done sacrificed my own time. I done sacrificed my own mind. I done sacrificed the club life. I done sacrificed my love life.
I done sacrificed the thug life. Diamond shining, ain't no dull light. Drop my top to get my mind right. Pull up in the Rari loud pipe. Them the dime, my wrist a Hyundai. Ooh, yeah, Gucci Python. Ooh, yeah, she play with her. Yeah, I bought that new charm. Pop on, I told her come see about me. Come see. The devil had entered my soul, my mama had beat it out. The devil, my mama. Remember my grandma had told me you better be somebody. Hop in my seats, massaging. Watch how I lead the posse. I made an M deposit.
Paid all these dues with the game. Sacrifice your strides for that stain. Sacrifice. Heard you sacrifice your life for that chain. She sacrificed that money for white. Left hand got 3 rings. That's brum. We up one. Bad, dear savage. Take her to the mall and buy her some. That's gonna wanna make your friends come. Make way with the timing. Tell me. Why can't y'all recognize that we all came from sacrifice? Why can't y'all recognize that we all came from sacrifice? 10 toes, yeah, you gotta stay down, eh? Just some yawn, looking for a way out, eh? People watching, yeah, I gotta skip town, eh? Hit my phone if you need a hold.
I done made sacrifices. So many sacrifices. Straight up. I done gave up so much free time, knowing time ain't free. I sacrificed it. My girl showed me love, she know I make sacrifices. And if it's real love, then you make sacrifices. To get ahead, man, you gotta make sacrifices. That's how hungry my appetite is. Yeah. I know my great auntie was a slave. I could only imagine all the sacrifice she made. I could only imagine all that she had to take. I'ma make sure all the she gave wasn't in vain. I sacrificed for your entertainment, boy. I'm Mr. Anderson in the Matrix. Check the last name, it's all facts. In the human race, it's all about pacing. Look at all the ones I outlasted. I'm the one at the end, like I count backwards. Never satisfied, details classified till the afterlife. Make a sacrifice done.
Why can't y'all recognize that we all came from sacrifice? Why can't y'all recognize that we all came from sacrifice?
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit back down. Seem like everybody nowadays Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now. I'ma show you how to act now. I'ma show 'em how to act. I'ma show you. I'ma show 'em how to act. Okay, now picture little Bobby, just a youngin' run around with his mans in his hands, feeling like a man. Run for the put it to your brain like sight. Everybody know you ain't about it. Everything you talk about, I know I can live without it. Red light, stop, green light, go. Everything ain't what it seem like. I know. Hold up, what you mean? Where you been in? This is merely the beginning again. What you been living in? The box under the bridge, like Anthony Kiedis, looking for something to complete us and maybe lead us. A long way from equalists, how they treat us. Body of a builder with the mind of a fetus. Turn on the television and see the vision they feed us. And I wish I could erase that face facts. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs something. Everybody love, everybody know how it go. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs something. Everybody love, everybody know. I've been knocking Joe down like it witness. God is my witness, I'm witness, but on the real I think I need another witness. If it was 17, black dad and white mama wouldn't change a thing. Light skin certified as a house. Go figure, in my blood is the venom master. It's like the devil playing space with the pastor, but he was born with the privilege. Man, what is that? People told me as a child, as a little boy playing with his toys, I should be ashamed. And some people look ashamed when I rap, like my great granddaddy didn't take to the back. Not accepted by the ghetto. I don't give a praise God, I can see the light. Everybody talk about race this, race that. I wish I could erase that. Face facts. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs something. Everybody love, everybody know how it go. Everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody needs something. Everybody love, everybody know. Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit back down. Seem like everybody nowadays Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now. I'ma show you how to act now. I'ma show 'em how to act. I'ma show you. I'ma show 'em how to act.
People tryna say I'm only enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Man, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie. No way in, no way out, do or die. So on roll, when I roll, must be. Amen, man.
I can't rob Benz, I don't do peace. I beast, I gotta eat. Saber tooth, tiger, diamond tooth teeth. Rockin' right now, won't you come peep? I was outside. The way that shake, leave your mouth wide. You need to say grace for you say thanks.
Amen, what's left in my life, don't know what's in store. I've been dealing with these blessings that I can't ignore. Putting up the numbers, we ain't keeping score. Amen. I been on the block, my side. Run it in the house for us 12 o'clock. Yeah, the hood love me, but you gotta watch. Amen.
I just three, I don't do sleep. Yeah, tryna see. UV. Yeah, we gon' fall through, coming through deep.
Amen.
Yeah, packed it from the south, moved it to the west. Iced the logo on the cross, threw it on my neck. Yeah, when I rep the set, gotta stay blessed. Yeah.
Amen, amen. People tryna say I'm only into me. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Amen, amen.
Man, what it meant to me. Everybody tryna take the identity. Everybody around me turn to a friend of me. Sit back while I take on the remedy. I cannot let it get into me. This playing a toll on me, meant to me.
Starts with a feeling, and you ride it like a wave. Crashing so the sparks can come together. Don't need a reason why the universe was made. It goes on and on and on and on forever. And it's a long flight on this battle star where we fight for love no matter where we are. Oh, 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 oh. And there's a big bang in this universe, and it makes me feel like the gold on work. Oh, 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 oh. You got me like ooh. You got me like you got me like and ooh, with all the things you do. Yeah, anything and everything a man can feel. Well, honey, I'm feeling with you. Baby, you're flashing, and I'm blinded by your light. I love the way you Jupiter is rising. You got me reacting like a lunatic tonight. I love the way the stars are all aligning. You got me like ooh. You got me like you got me like and ooh, with all the things you do. Yeah, anything and everything a man can feel. Well, honey, I'm feeling with you. You got me like ooh, I feel you.
You make me feel like the world's spinning like a satellite. You make me feel like the sun is blasting out a ray of light.
You got me like ooh. You got me like you got me like and ooh, with all the things you do. Yeah, anything and everything a man can feel. Well, honey, I'm feeling with you. Girl, you got me like come on. You got me like ooh. You got me like you got me like ooh. I feel you. Yeah, yeah. You got me like You got me like
I go out for my squad and I put that on. Squad. All I got is my word and my word is my bond. Squad. Yeah, they gon' look at you different when you moving forward. But you stick to the code, you get yours, I get mine. Squad. Yeah, I go extra high for my entourage. Check my repertoire. Jim Jones, everywhere I go, you know it's reppin' time. When Latifah ready, when we set it.